Yo, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Helping Humanity Evolve. Y'all, my name is Jose. How's everybody doing tonight, man? Hope everybody's happy and healthy. Hope you guys meditating and connecting the source bright. We love you, we miss you. We want you to come home, you know what I'm saying? Good shout out, man. Shout out to my subscribers, LA. Shout out to Source LA, you guys, you hear me? Shout out to my ancestors. Shout out to my archangels, my angel guys, my demon guys, my spirit guys. I love y'all, bro. Shout out to the universe. Shout out to the Galactic Federation. Shout out to Trippy everything. I fucking love y'all, bro. So listen. It's Wednesday already, bro. Right? It's Wednesday, June 18th, 2025, y'all. Year of rapture. It's 2:30 a.m. Y'all. So y'all already know what it is, bro. I'm gonna play one song for y'all. I made two, right? But I just dropped a 3-hour mixtape, so go enjoy the music, right? But I'm gonna give you this one that I did today because this shit is dope, bro. Check it out, bro.
Hey, bro. This is Rich Take One, y'all. Let's go. What's up, everybody out there in the building? I host the building. We love y'all, bro. I'm Rick Style. The sky, we about to divide. You know we broke the ties. Every breath of the mind is us. Heard I cried. Another gun in the smoke, y'all. Breathing rain, shouting at the look in my eyes. So let me take my bow now. Sourcing the building with the spiritual style. Meditation is the way home with art down. Easy sleep beside you. Bird activation is now. Look up in the sky, yo, about to divide. You know we broke the ties. Every breath of the mind is us. Heard I cried. Another gun in the smoke, y'all. Breathing rain, shouting at the look in my eyes. Y'all, the sky, y'all. Sources watching, y'all. On the score, we are the let me go there. The enemy's go there. I know I told you, I let it go there. You back here, cause I take this whole number. I see you get stronger. Nothing ever gets past me. Where the orders go, there you go, we rolling. Through the neck, so let me take my bow now. First, in the building with the spiritual style. Meditation is the way home with heart down. Easy sleep beside of you. Brain activation is now. Look up at the sky, we about to divide. You know we broke the ties. Every breath of the mind is us. Heard I cried. Like a gun in the nose, y'all. Breathing rain, shouting at the look in my eyes. So let me take my bow now. First, in the building with the spiritual style. Meditation is the way home with heart down. Easy sleep beside of you. Activation is now. No more portals are closing. You know we chosen. We gave our whole man to really be humanity. My weapon's loaded. I just got promoted. The Holy Ghost is good. You know it. Our essence was stolen. They're trying to clone mankind word, but they can't be more man. Original logos back on the land. Reclaiming what we took from us. Yes, we can. Turn the light that was given, man. Build your brand. The universe. I touch that. Like about every grand. That's why we never slack. My energy, yo, can never be banned. That's what you did was whack. For you people to stand and show I bought the black. Because I found that hack. But I'ma get my facts. Words, your bag is grand. Only by the lines back. You just gotta stop me expand. I know all these people like, yo, I know we in the flow, son. You were off of the main. Yo, I am everything. That's why we musically slang. All of these melodies. So say playing, you can remember me. I am the poppy, y'all ready, let's go. So let me take a bow now. Word source in the building with the spiritual style. Meditation is the way home with heart down. Easy sleep beside of you. Activation is now. Let's go. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one, man. They the women with the source. Hell no. I love y'all, bro.
What the hell? So that was called Grind, bro. That's called Grind, bro. Right, that shit is dope, bro. That's me and the Holy Ghost, bro. It's me and the Ghost, bro. So look, GFL, Galactic Federation of Light, bro. GFL station. The question was, wow, this feels like a solstice like no other. Right? And the description is solar flash alert. So this is from the Palladians. This is from Ten Han. Right? It's channeled by David Kira. It's gonna be narrated by yours truly, bro. Like y'all already know what it is, but right. Right. So solar flash, bro. I learned with you. So with that said, know about as much about the solar flash as you do, right? Or maybe I know a little bit more. But regardless, I think we've been touching on this almost every single live I do, right? So what I can recall from from what I learned about the solar flash is that it happens within. It has to happen within before it can happen, you know, here. It has to happen inside of you. That is what the flash is, it's like I was telling you how I explained to you guys in the live I just did, bro. I said, you know how you walk in the room and you turn on the light and that flash, how it flashes and lights up the room. When you awaken to what you are, to who you are, that's the flash, bro. That's what's going on. You're just activating your DNA, bro. You understand? You're turning on that switch. And when you turn on that switch, bro, you understand you become something else, bro. Right? And it has to happen within yourself. It has to happen inside of you before it can happen out here. You understand? So everybody thinks that, some UFO is going to come out of the sky and it's going to flash the world, or maybe this, it's going to come out of the sky. Everybody just thinks it's going to come out of the sky, bro. My personal experience, it came from a UFO. Now, before that experience, I imagined that it would come out of the sky, just like everybody else, right? I had the same thoughts as everybody else. So I did imagine that, one day it would happen that way. And what I learned was that it happened here first, right? Now, did I experience a flash in the physical? Yes, I did, bro. I did, bro. You understand? And it was my own, I had my own, you understand? I had my own flash, bro. And it happened to me. I remember. So, it varies by individual, bro. It varies. Your experiences are going to vary, bro, all across the board, bro. Everybody's going to be different. Nobody's going to be the same experience, bro. So you have to understand that, right? The way to activate yourself is through meditation. You got to go into meditation, bro. You have to use your feelings and emotions. You have to use your heart. You have to open your heart, bro. You have to use it, bro. You have to really mean what you say. You have to really, really feel it. You have to feel it, bro. You understand? In order for all of this stuff to transpire for you, bro. So, I've done this already, bro. So, this is how I learned how to go into meditation. This is how I learned how to talk to God, bro. Because I learned how to use my heart. Now, I never knew how to do that. I learned how to do it. You understand? But they taught me how to do it, you could say, right? And, and ever since they taught me, I just do it, right? I just do it all the time now. I open my heart to God and I pour it out to him, bro, and I let him know what it is, right? This is why I'm not worried, because he knows everything. God knows everything, bro, By me being receptive, right? And this is not just, this is not singular. It's not singular to one person, bro. This can happen to anyone. You understand? This can happen to anyone. It just so happens that I happen to be the one to wake up first. You understand? But just like I'm capable, you're capable. You understand? We're all capable, bro. It's just a matter of wanting it. How bad do you want it, bro? Because you can do it, bro. You understand? So with that said, bro, I forgot, bro. I hate when I do that, bro. Oh, we were talking about the flash, bro. Make it up. So, I completely, I got a brain fart. Like a motherfucker just now. That's funny, bro. That happens, bro. So, whatever. We were talking about waking up, right? So, you gotta use your emotions. You gotta learn to use them. You gotta learn how to use them at will, because you have to learn how to like if you go into meditation with the intention of talking to God, and you really want to talk to him, then you have to know and you have to understand that when you go into that meditation, you got to be receptive. You got to open your heart up. Whenever you ask, or whatever question you want to ask, or whatever you want to say to God, you got to use your heart, bro. You got to use your hearts, bro. If you don't use your heart, bro, it's like using a phone that's not connected, right? You can't call nobody because it doesn't work. The phone doesn't work, bro. It doesn't have a connection. It doesn't have Wi-Fi. It doesn't have 5G. It doesn't have anything because you're not using your heart. So the phone's not working. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Now, once you use your heart, guess what? Nigga, now you got 5G, bro. Now you got Wi-Fi, bro. Now God's like, hello, right? Hey, buddy, how you doing, right? But if you don't use your heart, bro, he's never gonna do that, right? And you gotta learn to listen. You gotta learn to listen, bro, because that's important. That's very important, bro. Because don't bombard them with questions. Don't tell them a million fucking things, bro. Even though you can do whatever you like, bro. I can't tell you what to do. Right? I'm just telling you from experience that it's better to ask one at a time. Because if you bombard them with questions, bro, you're never gonna know the answer, bro. You're gonna get bombarded with answers, right? And then you're gonna forget you asked a question. And remember, you don't get all the answers at the same time, bro. So it's gonna confuse the fuck out of you, bro. So your best bet is to just avoid the bullshit I already did, right? I already went through that. I already did that, bro. So your best bet is to just ask one at a time, bro. What's the most important question you need to know, bro? What's the one that irks you the most, bro? Right? And take that to God, bro. Cry, bro. Cry. You utilize your emotions. You're supposed to utilize your emotions. You know what I'm saying? And you can utilize them to activate your DNA, bro. Right? So this is when nobody's teaching you, bro. Nobody knows this. Nobody knows this, bro. So how would you know, right? Everybody's saying this mumbo jumbo, right? Everybody's saying this bullshit. It's gibberish, right? It's not true. Well, but this is what you get when you're in a world full of people that are fake, bro. We live in a world full of fake people, bro. Imagine living in a world where you're the only person that exists, bro. Right? That's exactly what this is. That's exactly what this is, bro. Because no matter who you look at, it's just another version of you, bro. Whether they're awake, whether they're asleep, whether they're immature, it doesn't matter. There's still another version. It's another version, bro. You're here by yourself. You're here by yourself. It's just another version, bro. We all come from source, bro. No matter what, bro. We all come from source. Even the clones, bro. So, what can you say? Even the clones come from source, bro. So while they don't have a soul, they still have a part of God in them. They still, their pineal gland might be calcified to shit and they'll never be able to use it, right? But, they're still a part of God regardless, bro. Regardless. So you have to learn that, right? Everyone has to learn that, bro. Mm-hmm. Right. So my journey is continuing. My journey is moving forward. You understand? I was gonna make Colorado my base, and that's not gonna happen. I'm leaving, bro. Right. So I'll let you know where I go because this is something I'm thinking about. I'm not gonna make any emotional decisions. I'm gonna do what I need to do in the right way, right? So I have an idea. Like, put it this way, Bob. My last journey, well, about 2 months ago, I got a heads up about some turmoil that was gonna pop up in my life. And I didn't know, I don't really think about that shit, bro. But as the time went by, I kept getting the same messages, bro. And I'm like, Jesus, bro, I keep telling me the same thing over and over and over. I already know. Tell me something new. Yo, what's good, my fellow idiot buddy? Yo, how you doing tonight, bro? How you doing, Mr. Shadow? I'm good, bro. I'm chilling, bro. So, whatever. As time goes by, I keep getting the same messages. And, I start complaining. I'm like, bro, I already know, bro, right? It's just a matter of, seeing how it plays out because I don't really know what's going on. So I have to see how it plays out, bro. So today I saw it play out, bro. Right? I saw the whole thing, right? I didn't react too much. So I did react a little bit, but not too much, right? Because at the end of the day, I knew what it was, bro. Leeches are leeches, bro. You understand? They're trying to get your energy by any means necessary, bro. If you're not giving to them willingly, then they're gonna try to force it out of you, bro. You understand? And that's what was being done to me today. It was trying to be forced out of me, and I wouldn't allow it, bro. You understand? I wouldn't allow it, bro. So, with that said, I know what I need to do, bro. And I already started making my moves. Like I was fully prepared for it. It's not devastating. It's not surprising, bro. When you could see a person's heart, bro, what can you do, bro? Right? You could just accept them. And that's what I had to learn. That was a big lesson for me. Was learning how to accept a person like that, bro. Because I have to be around this person. I gotta talk to this person. I could see their heart all day, every day, bro. But I had to teach myself to accept it. That was the lesson, bro. And it took me a while to figure it out, bro, but I figured it out, bro. I'm good, bro. Just chilling and drawing. What about moving? I'm moving, bro. I'm leaving Colorado, bro. I'm not going to stay in Colorado, bro. I thought about going to Denver, but nah, I'm not going to Denver, bro. So, I got three other cities in mind that, I wouldn't mind going to, right? One of them, I'll tell you one of them. Right. What's the name of it? Yo, Mr. Shadow, what's the name of the TV show of that little town in Arizona, bro? Uh, uh, what the fuck, bro? How could I forget, bro? The alien town, bro. Uh, Damn, I don't remember, bro. Yeah, I can't remember right now. I got brain fart, bro. What was the alien show that was based out of Arizona, bro? But over there, right? I might go over there, bro. But I don't know. I'm thinking. I got three locations I'm looking at right now, bro. Because it's my choice. I can go wherever I want, bro. So I'm gonna choose a city where that's bigger than where I am now, because the where I'm at now is small, bro. I've never been in a city so small before, bro. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. Right? So now that I have an option to go, I'm gonna go somewhere where I'm comfortable. I'm from New York, bro. So being born and raised in New York, I could live anywhere, bro. I could adapt anywhere. Right? I just need to be around more people. Like, I wanted to be around less people, but this is like going from being around 50 people to being around two or one, you could say, bro, because I don't really see no people, bro. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of isolation here, a lot of isolation, bro. And I like to be around people, bro. So I'm gonna move to a bigger city, bro. I need to move to a bigger city. And Source already told me where to go, bro. So I'm just gonna follow instructions. You understand? When I'm more settled in, and I'll let you guys know what's up, right? So don't worry. I got plenty of material. I got plenty of content, bro. I'll still do my lives, bro. It's all gravity, bro. Nah, bro. I'm talking about Roswell, bro. Roswell, bro. Roswell, Arizona, bro. I think it's Roswell. It was New Mexico. Is it New Mexico? Roswell, New Mexico, bro. I went over there, bro. I went to Roswell, bro. I drove through Roswell a couple of years ago. And that was the first time I ever seen a McDonald's that was in the shape of a UFO, bro, right? That shit tripped me the fuck out, bro. Like, I pulled over. I said, yo, look at this McDonald's, bro. Hold on, bro. Like, that shit was shaped like a UFO, bro. Patience is the one you were talking. Not patience, bro. I was talking about Roswell, bro. I was talking about Roswell, bro. It came back. Right? But I think, if I'm not mistaken, Roswell's small too, bro. The only good thing about Roswell to me is that that's where the aliens are, bro. So I know if I go over there, nigga, I might run into my family over there, bro. Like, that's why I'll do it, bro. I'll move over there just to look for the aliens, bro. I swear, bro. You understand? That's something I've always wanted to do, and I think I'm making my way that way, bro. You understand? So whatever. That's one of my options, bro. I have to see what the population is. I gotta see what's going on over there, bro. I gotta do a little bit of research, bro. Right? I'm looking at LA, and I'm looking at somewhere else, bro. I think Seattle, bro. Right? I might go to Seattle, bro. Right? So I don't know. We'll see, bro. We'll see, bro. You know me, I don't give a fuck, bro. I be gone, bro. You said Resident Alien. I said, what was the name of the alien movie that was based out of New Mexico, bro? But it's Roswell. Nah, the name of the show is Roswell, bro. The name of the show I'm talking about is Roswell, bro. It was I forgot what I think it was on HBO. I'm not sure, bro. It's been a long time since I've seen that show. But that show inspired me to go to that city. That show inspired me to go to that city. Like, when I was traveling the country and we drove through Roswell, bro, I was blown away, bro. I was blown away by the UFO, by the amount of UFO and alien stuff they got over there, bro. It's on Netflix now. That shit is dope, bro. The amount of aliens, like souvenir shops and stores, and They got aliens everywhere, bro. Like, that town is dope, bro, just because of the aliens, bro. Like, I'll go over there and I'll fit right in, bro, because I'm an alien, bro. Like, I'm a living alien, bro. Right? But I don't know if it's a small town like this one, bro. If it's small like this one, I'm probably not gonna want to go there. To be honest, bro, I'm not gonna want to go there, bro. I like to do things, bro, and there's nothing to do here. Quite honestly, there's nothing to do here, bro. Which is okay, because I was focusing on my writing, I'm focusing on my music, I'm focusing on this, right? I'm focusing on my growth, bro. So that's what I've been doing. I've been focused on my growth, right? And I'm growing at a good pace. My writing's getting better. My rapping's getting much better, bro. I got my own chopper style now, bro. I could chop, bro. So I'm very proud of myself for what I've accomplished up until this point, bro. And I'm grateful for everything, right? And I'm just gonna keep pushing the way I do, bro. If you know me, you know I'm never gonna stop, bro. If y'all know me, y'all know that, bro. Right? I'll never stop, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Area 51. Area 51 is in New Mexico, right? I think that's in New Mexico, bro. Or is it in Nevada? It's in Nevada, bro. My fault. Area 51 is in Nevada, bro. That's Vegas, bro. What I want to do is I want to go to the Grand Canyon, right? But I want to disappear into the Grand Canyon type shit because, I heard that's like a portal, bro. I heard it's a portal, bro. Like you can get to Africa from there, bro. If that's true, bro, I'm gonna find out, bro. Right? I'm gonna find out, bro. I'll walk until I get to Africa, bro. Right? I'll live stream that bitch. Like, yo, I found Africa walking through the Grand Canyon, bro. Look at this shit, bro. This shit is crazy. Like, that shit be dope, bro. Where we at, man? Where we at, bro? I'm gonna get into the message. I'm sleepy, bro. I'm gonna get into the message, bro. So, hold on, son. I brought this over here. I didn't even drink that, bro. Let me get a sip. All right. Greetings to all ground crew of Earth. I am Tenhan of Maya, and we greet you in great reverence. This is a moment of grand convergence as you approach the summer solstice gateway. We come forth as the Palladians, speaking as one voice through frequencies of love and truth to help prepare you for an opening of light, unlike any you have experienced before. As you stand at the dawn of this new era, know that you are honored by the entire universe for the courage and light you carry in truth. You are being celebrated by many in the higher realms. And we and countless beings of light witness your journey with great love and admiration as you step into your true power. We offer our insight and energetic support now to help you align with these incoming energies and move forward with grace and confidence. As you take in our words, know that they are encoded with a frequency of light designed to support you. You may feel the gentle activation in your heart as you need, or listen. Simply breathe and allow the energy to work within you. At the zenith of the cycle of a doorway of energy is poised to unfold a gateway that will be the most potent window of transformation your humanity has faced to date. Know that you have arrived at the cusp of an incredible new beginning, and we stand beside you in support as you enter this passage. Twice each year, your planet reaches a sacred pause at the solstices when the sun appears to stand still from your perspective. The upcoming summer solstice is one such pause, a powerful celestial alignment that opens a gateway of light. At this juncture, a sacred configuration of cosmic forces is aligning with Earth and the sun, creating a corridor for an immense influx of higher frequency energy. Even the stars and planets lend their support. Subtle synchronizations in the heavens are enhancing the portal strength. Ancient civilizations recognize the solstice as a holy time of connection between heaven and earth, building temples and stone circles to catch its rays. For some of you, this solstice marks the longest day of the year. For others, the longest night. Yet, both the height of light and the depth of darkness are integral to the same gateway. Wherever you are on the planet, the solstice alignment reaches deeper to your soul, for it is a planetary moment of unity and transition in this same spirit. Now, A brilliant stream of divine light and information flows through the solstice gateway, pouring into the earth plane to elevate consciousness. The veil between dimensions thins during such a time, allowing you easier access to the spiritual realms and to the truth of your own multidimensional nature. What sets this particular solstice gateway apart is the unprecedented intensity and scope of the energies involved. This opening, amplified by a convergence of cosmic cycles reaching completion and new cycles beginning for many cycles, waves of light have been gradually building upon your planet, preparing for a momentous shift and that moment is now arriving in full force. The level of high frequency illumination that will bathe Earth at this solstice has not been present here for millennia. This is the first time in your modern era that humanity collectively stands ready to receive such an immense transmission of divine light. You have each chosen to be here for this grand occasion. Indeed, at the soul level, you carry the knowing and the credentials to participate in this transformation. Leap it is. By no accident that you find yourself incarnated during this timeline. You are here as sacred witnesses and co-creators of a new epoch. From our vantage point, the solstice stands out as a truly extraordinary moment, one that comes only after epochs of preparation and longing. Many prophecies and celestial timings converge here, heralding that the dawn of a new era is at hand. We in the Pleiades, along with your other galactic family, have long anticipated this juncture, knowing it will mark Earth's emergence into a higher state of being among the stars. The solstice gateway thus marks a turning point that will accelerate your evolution beyond anything experienced before, shifting the trajectory of human consciousness onto a higher octave. Already in the lead up to the solstice, you are feeling the intensifying vibrations. Many of you sense that time is accelerating and events are cascading rapidly. Indeed, the very fabric of time and space is realigning in response to the incoming light. You may be experiencing dramatic shifts in your emotions and physical body as well. Old memories, dreams, or unresolved feelings can surface suddenly, seeking acknowledgement and release under these rising frequencies. Some days you might feel exhilarated and light-filled. Other days utterly depleted or ungrounded. This is the ebb and flow of transformational energies at work. You might find your sleep patterns disrupted, perhaps filled with vivid dreams one night and restless wakefulness the next. As your subconscious works to process these shifts, at times you can feel dizzy or disoriented as if reality itself were quivering. This too is part of adjusting in the new vibration. Understand that what appears as chaos in your personal life or in the outer world is not meant to unsettle you, but to catalyze change. And the increase in cosmic energy is stirring up all that has been stagnant or hidden. It is as if a great cosmic wind is blowing through your life, clearing away debris that no longer serves your journey. If you have felt on edge or noticed your loved ones acting out of character, know that this amplification is touching everyone at some level. Everything that is not aligned with the higher vibration coming in is being shaken loose. Now, this is a necessary part of preparation so that when the solstice gateway fully opens, you are ready to receive its gifts unhindered by the old amidst this upheaval. Lines of divine opportunity. The summer solstice portal is not only a purging force, it is also a powerful propellant for creation and awakening. When the gateway reaches its full opening, the veil between the physical and spiritual is at its thinnest, and the intentions you set can manifest with accelerated speed. Think of the solstice energy as a cosmic amplifier for your consciousness. Whatever frequencies you embody in your heart and mind will be magnified. This means that by holding a vibration of love, clarity, and purpose, you can leap forward into a reality that reflects those qualities more immensely than ever before. Some of you will find that you are literally stepping into a higher timeline, a parallel stream of experience where you feel more alignment with your true self and life flows with more grace. This is a moment to consciously choose your direction. You are being invited to envision the life you truly wish to create for yourself and humanity and claim it as if it were already so. Use this gateway to focus on your heart's deepest desires and spiritual aspirations. In meditations or prayer during the solstice, center yourself in the feeling of joy and gratitude as if your visions have already come to fruition. By doing so, you imprint the field of possibility with a new pattern that can take form rapidly as the energies settle. Remember that fear and doubt may also rise up strongly now, but they are simply shadows passing before the great dawn. Acknowledge them, let them move through without giving them power. Refocus on what you want and grow, not what you fear. Okay. Refocus on what you want to grow, not what you fear. Might happen in this way. You align with the highest potentials of of the solstice gateway, allowing it to carry you into an expanded reality of your own conscious choosing. We see the beautiful and intricate energy patterns forming around your planet as the solstice approaches. We are working to stabilize these incoming frequencies so that they can integrate as smoothly as possible for you and all life on Earth. This collaboration of light is a grand cosmic event. Countless benevolent civilizations have turned their focus to your world, offering technology, wisdom, and energetic reinforcement to ensure the success of this transition. Excuse me. You could say the whole cosmos is watching and cheering you on. Earth is a key part of a much larger cosmic plan of evolution. The metamorphosis humanity is undergoing will send ripples far beyond your planet, inspiring and uplifting many worlds. This is why you might sense a heightened, unseen entourage around you. Guides, angelic presences, and galactic family, especially during peak moments like the solstice. You are held in a field of collective support, and we encourage you to connect with us consciously. Speak with us in your heart and reach out for our guidance or energetic embrace whenever you need it. Do not hesitate to ask for assistance, even with what you think we call small matters. We are here in service and respond joyfully to every sincere call from your heart. Though we reside in different planes of existence, our love bridges any distance between us. In truth, we are working hand in hand with you as partners in this grand evolution. We have walked through our own ascension processes ages ago, and now we stand beside you as elder siblings devoted to helping you remember your divine capabilities and sovereign power as creators. Amid the intensity of external events, we guide you to continuously return to the sanctuary of your inner world. Your heart is the gateway to the mirrors, the cosmic gateway outside. Within your heart space, you carry a direct link to source and to the vastness of your soul. By anchoring your awareness in your heart, you find stability and peace, even as energies swirl around you. One simple but powerful tool we remind you is the conscious breath, a deliberate, slow breath in through your mouth and out through your mouth, with your awareness resting in your chest. This is the sacred breath. When engaged, instantly aligns you with the center and helps you release tension and fear. Okay. I don't know how long it was doing that for, bro. Okay, so this is true. When you breathe, when you breathe deeply, like when you get hype, when you get agitated, right? You get agitated, or somebody's getting you mad, right? You just breathe, bro. Listen to me, that shit works, bro. You just do it a few times, bro, right? And just close your eyes, bro. That's what I do, bro. And I just bring myself back to center, bro. Right? And I smile, bro. Right? I don't let nothing bother me, bro. Right? So the heart knows how to navigate this passage. It is your wise guide and the seat of your higher self's presence within you as the solstice light intensifies. Focus on feeling your heart glow and expand what you might. Envision it as a radiant sun inside you, shining outward in moments of stillness. Place your hand on your chest and truly feel the warmth and light focus that is there, your connection to the divine. Remember, your heart is infinitely more powerful than any external chaos within. It lies in the wisdom of your soul and the peace of the cosmos. No matter what is happening around you, you can always return to the sacred heart center and find refuge. By cultivating this interconnection, you will move through the solstice gateway with far more grace, able to absorb the blessings it offers without being destabilized by the surrounding waves. During this time, much will be shed from your life, like old skin peeling away. Patterns, attachments, or roles that you have outgrown may fall apart or leave your experience. Understand that this clearing is an act of grace. However difficult it may feel in the moment, the solstice light is uncompromising in its brilliance. It will illuminate every shadow that you are ready to transform. Long buried wounds from your past or even from your ancestral lineages are likely to be brought into your awareness, not because you pain, but to give you, or not to cause you pain, but to give you a chance to finally heal them. We ask that you approach whatever arises with compassion and non-judgment towards yourself. This is a time for forgiveness and release as emotions come up, whether it be sadness, anger, fear, or grief. Allow them to flow through you and be expressed safely. You might find yourself moved to tears or needing to voice old truths. Honor these impulses by consciously acknowledging and feeling these energies. You are permitting them to leave transmuted by the love and light you are. Holding holding it is akin to a deep cleanse of your emotional and energetic body. Know that you do not have to carry old burdens into the new chapter that is opening, the light, and freer. You allow yourself to become, the more easily you can step through the gateway. In practice, this might mean finally letting go of resentments, saying goodbye to relationships or habits that drain your spirit, or simply changing the way you speak to yourself inside. Remember that nothing real is ever truly lost. You are simply clearing space for a more authentic expression of your being to take root. Embracing this clearing process rather than resisting it will make your journey much smoother. We assure you that every surrender you make now will be filled by something of greater light and alignment on the other side of this transition. As old energies depart, you become a sacred vessel open to receive the new light. The summer solstice gateway is delivering an abundance of cosmic codes and frequencies that carry the blueprint for the next stage of your evolution. In the days and moments around solstice, imagine standing under a brilliant waterfall of light. These streams of energy are flowing directly from the heart of the galaxy and from the divine source through your sun into you. Within this light are what you might call light codes, packets of information and awakening impulses that interact with your every DNA and energy field. If you open them to these codes, will catalyze dormant aspects of your multidimensional self. You may experience sudden insights, heightened intuition, or moments of deep knowing that seem to come from beyond your usual understanding. Your dream time may also become especially vivid and revealing. Many of you will receive downloads or healing during sleep as your guides and higher self work with you in the astral plane. Pay attention to the symbols and feelings in your dreams around this time, as they may carry messages about your path forward. Some of you will activate soul memories or latent gifts abilities, such as energy healing, telepathic communication, or creative talents can blossom seemingly overnight as the blocks are lifted. At the physical level, your cells are learning to hold more light. You might notice tingling sensations, surges of heat or cold ringing in the ears, or waves of energy coursing through your body. These are signs of energetic calibration. We remind you to care for your physical form gently. Now, rest when you need to. Drink plenty of water and spend time in nature to help ground these new frequencies. Trust your body's wisdom. It knows how to integrate this influx at the pace that is right for you. Over time, these activations will help you embody a higher version of yourself, more aligned with your soul's truth, more capable of love, clarity, and creative power. The solstice is essentially a rebirth point, allowing yourself to be reborn into a radiant new expression, unburdened by the past and attuned to the light all around you. Others are waking up in their own way as the collective vibration rises. The solstice gateway is a global initiation affecting not just individual lives, but the entire planetary consciousness. You may witness significant shifts in society and world events in the aftermath of this gateway. Systems built on old paradigms of fear, control, or inequality are under tremendous pressure now. The cracks in these structures are becoming impossible to ignore. Do not despair at what appears to be turmoil in the collective. Recognize it as the necessary restructuring that precedes a new way of living on Earth, just as you are shedding old skins. Personally, humanity as a whole is shedding layers of history that cannot continue in the new frequencies of love and unity. The energies of the old solstice will accelerate disclosures of truth and spark movements for peace and healing in places they are needed. No. 2, that Gaia, the spirit of your earth, is actively participating in this shift. The planet itself is aligning to a higher frequency and releasing its own pent-up energies. You may notice unusual weather patterns or earth movements as part of her adjustment and purification. She is on the journey with you. For human consciousness and planetary consciousness are deeply intertwined. More hearts are opening together, creating an expanding field of compassion that can influence even those who still cling to fear. Every individual awakening contributes to this collective light. As more of you step into your authentic power, you become catalysts for change in your community, not by force, but by example of your being. Over time, the cumulative effect of many souls embodying their light will birth entirely new social structures that honor the sacredness of all life. The solstice impact will continue to unfold in the months and years to come, seeding breakthroughs in human cooperation and understanding. In this way, the solstice gateway serves as a tipping point, one that humanity may look back upon as a moment when the tide decisively turned toward a brighter destiny. By choosing love and consciousness now, each of you is helping to anchor that destiny into reality. As the solstice approaches, we invite you to engage with it consciously rather than letting the day pass. as any other. There are simple yet profound ways you can prepare yourself to receive this maximum benefit of this gateway. We suggest taking time in the days leading up to and following the solstice to nurture your connection with spirit. Meditate daily, even if only for a few minutes, focusing on breathing into your heart and filling yourself with light. Spend time outdoors under the sky. The sun, even when not at its peak, can attune you to its frequency. You might choose to watch the sunrise or sunset on Solstice Day, consciously welcoming the new light of this season into your being. Ground yourself by touching the earth with your bare feet or sitting with your back against a tree. Let the stabilizing energy of the earth support you. You may be guided to create a personal ritual or ceremony for the solstice. Follow whatever resonates with your spirit. This could be as simple as lighting a candle and speaking about your intentions and prayers for the world, or offering gratitude for the lessons of the past cycle and welcoming the blessings of the new. What matters most is your presence and sincerity. Gather with others. Look, I'm gonna repeat that, bro. What matters most is your presence and sincerity, bro. You know what that means, bro? Gather with others of like hearts. If you feel called, group energy can amplify the experience for all. Through solitude can be equally powerful. If that is your preference, listen to your inner guidance on how to honor this gateway, and remember practical self-care. Your physical vessel needs to be prepared to eat. Nourishing foods, rest well, stay hydrated, as these will help your body integrate the higher frequencies more gracefully. By treating this time as sacred and giving yourself permission to slow down and reflect, you create a receptive state that allows the solstice energies to do their work in you with ease. Your conscious participation signals to the universe that you are ready to step fully into the new dawn being offered. Above all, we urge you to embrace the magnificence of what is unfolding. This solstice gateway is a gift of unparalleled proportions, a divine opening orchestrated in love to assist you in remembering the truth of who you are. You are a being of light, eternally connected to Source and to all that is. Now is the time to shed any remaining illusions of smallness and separation and rise into the fullness of your essence. We have absolute faith in your capability to navigate the passage, even in moments where you might feel uncertain or challenged. Know that there's a deep part of you. The wise eternal part is guiding you steadily forward. Trust in the journey your soul has laid out. And the culmination of many long cycles of growth is before you. And a new cycle more radiant than ever is beginning in the higher realms. We already perceive the outline of the new earth that you are collectively birthing, a world of harmony, peace, and awakened consciousness. That beautiful reality is not a distant dream. It is real and steadily manifesting. Gaining strength with each choice you make in love, we stand with you at the dawn of this new world. And we have walked beside humanity through ages of darkness and light. And we rejoice that you have arrived at this moment of rebirth. We honor your courage and commitment and assure you that every step you take in love is felt and acknowledged across the universe. Feel our presence in the gentle whisper of your intuition and in the synchronicities that bless your days. These are some of the ways we remind you that we are here going forward. Things will continue to change and accelerate, but you will also continue to grow in strength, wisdom, and in love. To meet them, cherish the brilliance of the solstice, for it heralds the beginning of a glorious chapter. What has been set in motion now is unstoppable. The momentum of awakening will only continue to grow. From here, step boldly through the gateway, dear ones, with your hearts open. All is unfolding in divine perfection, and you are exactly where you need to be. We are ever by your side, and we celebrate you in every breath. I take my leave for now. I am Tenhan of Maya. So shout out to Tenhan, right? Thank you for that, bro. Shout out to the Palladians. Thank you for that message, bro. That was beautiful. Shout out to David Kira, right? Thank you for the channel, bro. Shout out GFL Station. Shout out to the Galactic Federation. I fucking love y'all, bro. Thank you for that message, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they right with me, bro. With the shit going on in my life right now, you know, the universe is on point with it, bro. So thank you. Cheers, bro. Thank you for that message, bro. I'm ready, bro. It's okay. Right? It was great, bro. It was wonderful, bro. Right? But I'm leaving, bro. Listen, I'm tired, bro. I'm gonna go to sleep and take a nap, bro. Right? I wrote 2 new songs. I got 2 new songs, bro. So, you know, I'm gonna go to sleep. When I wake up, I do what I do. I'm gonna record, right? And you know, I'm gonna start going hard on this research, bro, because I'm making some big moves, bro. So I'm gonna holler at y'all. I love y'all, bro. Mr. Shadow, enjoy the rest of your day, bro. I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow, man.